Ahem. Hey there, folks. Well, today it's going to be more about my depression. There's another thing that came up when I was talking with my therapist yesterday is that I realized I wasn't actually really depressed until I was a teenager. I was a sad child and I was a lonely child and I had some bad mental health days even when I was still in elementary school. But I don't think I truly suffered from depression as it is diagnosed until I was in high school. And that's why I started skipping school a lot. I knew I could get away with it because I'm very academically gifted, and quite frankly, a lot of the time in class was the teacher repeating themselves, and I got it the first time. So I knew that I could do it and still have a straight A average. And there was a lot of days where I just could not face the walk to school, which was about a kilometer. Especially in the winter, of course, because in the winter it really sucked to have to walk to school and back. Not that anyone cared. I remember being insanely jealous of the kids whose parents drove them to school, that's for sure. So that's what it's like to have parents that care. Not that I'm bitter. So yeah, I was a teenager when I started feeling the numbness and the detachment and the apathy and the times when I felt like I didn't care about anything and all I could do was just I would stay home for the morning and just watch daytime TV, game shows and cartoon reruns and stuff. And I would usually make it to school in the afternoon. Oh, I should mention, I knew I could get away with skipping school for another reason, which is that my parents both left for work before I even got out of bed. So they had no idea whether I went to school or not. Obviously they weren't going to hang around and, do the things I've seen on TV, like get you out of bed and feed you breakfast and, hand you your book bag or whatever. God, no. I mean, they wish they'd never had me. They're certainly not going to put any effort into me. Not that I'm bitter. It was as if when I entered high school, when it just felt like the life started going out of me, and like I said, the apathy, the indifference to my own fate, and I think that's when I started doing things just out of routine. I did things because they're the things I did, and I didn't honestly care or feel like doing things. I became, as I've said on my blog, a robot who went to school. That's it. I went to school and came home, and when I was home, I watched TV and played video games, and that was it. There was nobody in my life. I obviously wasn't dating, because, gay dude in small town Canada in the 80s. I wasn't doing any normal teen activities. I wasn't going to dances, for fuck's sakes. That was when I became even more isolated, especially emotionally. And I think I just kind of shut down. The only little bit of light was that once every 6 weeks or so, I saw my therapist, Dr. Klein. And, I mean, I did feel better after I saw him. I think just because, honestly, somebody cared. But, I mean, therapy once every 6 weeks, what the fuck is that going to do for you? I would have this very strange emotional affect a lot of the time where it was the psychological equivalent of like physical numbness. And so in the same way that having a hand fall asleep can make everything feel weird until the hand wakes up again, I felt emotionally weird. Everything in my life seemed hollow or not real. I felt like I wasn't really there. And that's been part of my depression ever since. I was doing pretty good while I was in college. College was great. I had a group of nerdy friends. We hung out in a little library cafeteria called the Pit, so we called ourselves the Pit Crew. And things were going pretty good. And then halfway through, after 2 years of university, my parents decided that instead of paying for me and my brother's university education like they'd promised me my entire life they would, they took us out of school. And I was forced to move to my childhood home and go back to my childhood bedroom and return to my childhood depression. And I fell apart psychologically. It was more or less by sheer force of will that I managed to claw my way out of that and get to be the person you know and love today. I realize I've wandered pretty far afield of my topic, but what else is new? So yeah, to sum up, I've realized that it was high school where I really fell apart. And when I started being quite insane, although I didn't know it at the time, at the very least I didn't have the ability to see myself as someone with mental illness. I just thought I was fucked up, basically. Well, I guess that's all for me for today, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Alright, let's get this done. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Or if you hated this video, please like and subscribe. Or if you didn't even really care, please like and subscribe. Just like and subscribe. No matter what, I don't care. I just want the money. Son of a bitch. That shit's gotta stop. You didn't see that.